I ain't gonna lie.
And what's best for the people be what's running the thing, or letting the thing be run by the people that are in power, that are corrupt, that want to keep the power.
A shocking revelation is shaking Hollywood, Washington, and elite circles worldwide as the FBI has reportedly uncovered a secret black book belonging to scene Diddy Combs. Allegedly containing explosive and scandalous details, this book could dwarf the Jeffrey Epstein case in scale and impact. Rumored to expose the secrets, names, and hidden activities of some of the most powerful figures globally, particularly those tied to Diddy's infamous parties, its contents could unravel a web of influence and deceit. If the claims are true, this discovery might mark the downfall of major celebrities and political figures, making it a story poised to rock the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're just like, it's there. I mean, it's not just there. It's everywhere. My news feed is dominated by it. Fox News, CNN, everyone. There's raids at Diddy's house.
Rumors are swirling about a mysterious black book allegedly uncovered during an FBI raid on scene Diddy Combs' properties. According to sources, this isn't just a celebrity contact list. It reportedly contains detailed notes, names, and information about the activities of guests who attended Diddy's infamous late-night gatherings. These events were anything but ordinary Hollywood parties. They were secretive, exclusive, and allegedly rife with questionable behavior that many would rather keep buried. With the FBI now reportedly in possession of this explosive book, the fallout could extend far beyond Diddy, potentially implicating hundreds of high-profile individuals who've crossed paths with him over the years.
Everybody who tells the stories like, I saw her go upstairs, and these dudes are like right on the couch. And then I go in this room, and these guys are and it's like...
And pros. Like, apparently he was getting male gigolos to girls.
Girls?
Yeah, that was one of the rumors, like the
Male
freak off. So he
gigolos.
would hire the professional dicks to have with the girls, and I think he would watch allegedly.
This wouldn't be the first time a black book has shaken the foundations of power, and comparisons to Jeffrey Epstein's infamous Little Black Book are impossible to ignore. Epstein's book, packed with names of the rich and influential, exposed a web of connections that sent shockwaves through elite circles. Many who had associated with him suddenly faced intense scrutiny. Some distanced themselves, claiming they barely knew him, while others were swept up in a storm of accusations. The Epstein case became a media spectacle, and the fallout still haunts many of the names linked to him. Now, Diddy's Black Book appears to be sparking a similar narrative, but this time, the stakes could be even higher.
I don't think they are scared of him. I think they more so, they don't want him to embarrass their reputation and things that they've been known for. You understand?
Let's talk about who might be feeling the heat right now. Diddy has been a prominent figure in the entertainment world for decades, famous for hosting some of the most exclusive and extravagant parties in Hollywood. But these weren't just star-studded events for music and movie celebrities. Politicians, business tycoons, and other elite figures were often in attendance as well. Over the years, Diddy's connections have stretched across industries, from music and fashion to politics and tech. Some of the world's most recognizable names have been spotted at his events, and now many of them could find themselves tied to the secrets allegedly hidden in that black book. The potential fallout from this could be massive.
I think it's over.
You think it's over?
I think it's over for him as like a figure in entertainment.
Right. But do you think it's over as him as far as like
jail?
he gets a cell right next to R. Kelly?
I don't think so.
And here's where things get even more intriguing. Public figures like Joe Rogan have already begun drawing comparisons between Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, speculating that Diddy may have engaged in similar activities. Rogan has suggested on his podcast that Diddy might have built a network of influence and control by gathering compromising information on his powerful friends and guests. The parallels are striking, especially given Diddy's extensive access to celebrities and politicians. Could it be that, like Epstein, Diddy leveraged his connections and the secrets of the rich and powerful to maintain his position at the top? The possibility of a blackmail operation has many questioning just how deep this rabbit hole goes.
I think that they don't want, if they was in any of those freak-off tapes, if they played a part in any of those Diddy sessions, they don't want it to get out to the general public to make up their brand.
Diddy's parties were legendary, not just for their glitz and glamour, but for the whispers of something darker behind the velvet ropes. While mainstream media fixated on the extravagant outfits and star-studded guest lists, insiders spoke of what allegedly unfolded once the public spotlight dimmed. Rumors suggest that after the main event ended, only a select, trusted group was invited to stay for the real festivities. It was during these exclusive after-hours sessions that the line between entertainment and something far more sinister reportedly began to blur.
The rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
With the FBI reportedly in possession of Diddy's Black Book, there's a growing sense that Hollywood's most closely guarded secrets are about to be exposed. Speculation is already swirling that this could eclipse the Epstein scandal in scope. If the book truly contains detailed records of who attended Diddy's infamous gatherings and what went on behind closed doors, the implications could reach far beyond the entertainment industry. This could become a scandal that shakes the foundations of power across multiple industries. No one is safe, and the fallout could be nothing short of catastrophic.
Jay-Z got his whooped by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't stepping in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
Whispers are already swirling about the high-profile names potentially tied to this scandal. While nothing has been confirmed, celebrity insiders hint that Diddy's Black Book may include figures from all walks of life: actors, musicians, politicians, tech billionaires, and even royalty. These are individuals who have spent decades crafting impeccable public images, only to face the risk of it all unraveling if their connection to these gatherings is revealed. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the tension in Hollywood is undeniable.
I mean, that's what people are saying, and maybe everybody's a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what people are saying about the Diddy situation. Like when the feds rolled up, with the Hummers and shit, they're like, it wasn't about Diddy, it was about if there were tapes of powerful people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They were the ones that called. They're like, I need to protect myself, so go in there with all the things and rip any tapes or any.
The Diddy scandal has taken a dramatic turn, with reports suggesting that federal agents raided his properties not just to investigate him, but to secure potential evidence, rumored tapes involving powerful individuals at his infamous parties. Speculation is mounting that some of these elites may have pushed for the raid to protect themselves, fearing exposure. Meanwhile, former friends and associates are rushing to distance themselves, claiming they haven't spoken to Diddy in years or were never close, in a manner strikingly similar to the Epstein scandal. But if their names are in that black book, no amount of distancing can shield them from public backlash. For years, Diddy has faced whispers of controversy about his business practices, relationships, and the behavior at his exclusive gatherings, yet he's always managed to avoid lasting consequences through charm, connections, and resources. Now, with the FBI involved and the contents of the Black Book allegedly damning, it seems his luck might finally be running out, and the fallout could be devastating.
Listen, y'all, I understand that these girls are of age, but this is just disgusting to me. It feels very predatory to me.
One of the most intriguing aspects of this developing story is how it's drawing in other major figures. People like Ye, 50 Cent, and Candace Owens are already weighing in. Ye, in particular, has been outspoken about Diddy for years, even suggesting that Diddy has deep ties with federal agencies and hinting that there's much more happening behind the scenes than most realize. Could he have been operating under the protection of powerful forces, much like Epstein allegedly was? These are the questions that people are beginning to ask, and it's only a matter of time before answers start emerging. Candace Owens has also supported Ye's theories, suggesting that Diddy's connections with the feds might explain why he's managed to evade legal trouble for so long. Owens has pointed to recent events, such as resurfaced videos showing Diddy allegedly mistreating former partners and the raid of his properties by federal agents, as evidence that something much larger is at play. As a prominent political figure, her backing of this theory is only intensifying the conversation. And with big names like hers involved, the pressure on law enforcement to release more information about Diddy's Black Book is growing.
Sean had to take responsibility for what he did as an individual. Sean is the one who pulled that gun out. Sean is the one who shot. So he has to take responsibility for that.
It's also important to remember that Diddy isn't just a music mogul. He's a significant force in the business world. Over the years, he's built an empire that spans fashion, television, and even beverage brands. His influence goes far beyond entertainment, and if the Black Book contains details about his business dealings, it could send shockwaves through the corporate world as well. Diddy has spent decades cultivating relationships with some of the most powerful people on the planet, and if those connections were based on secrets and favors, the revelations from this Black Book could have far-reaching consequences. Of course, the potential legal fallout is another major factor. If the FBI truly has possession of this book, and it contains the kinds of details being rumored, we could see a wave of indictments in the coming months. High-profile figures may soon face serious charges, and the ensuing legal battles could drag on for years. With so many powerful individuals involved, you can bet they'll do everything in their power to keep their names out of the headlines. We're likely headed for a lengthy legal drama that could dominate the news cycle for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so then there's the question. It's like, can you take a completely normal person, give them power, and then they become that? Or does it take a power-hungry person that has this void that needs to be filled, and then when they are given that power, you see the worst version of them?
Ask your CIA boy. I bet he's got the answers. I bet he knows the exact formula.
To corrupting somebody or to...
What happens? What happens to these people?
As we've seen in the past, the truth has a way of coming to light. No matter how hard people try to bury it, the Epstein case proved that even the most powerful individuals can escape justice forever, and this situation with Diddy is starting to feel eerily similar. The big question now is, who will be the first to fall? Will we see a wave of resignations and public apologies as more names from the Black Book are revealed? Or will these powerful figures manage to protect themselves, as they've done countless times before? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. The FBI has only just begun to dig into Diddy's Black Book, and as their investigation unfolds, we're bound to see more shocking revelations. The media is already circling, eager to get their hands on the names and details within those pages. Once the public gets a glimpse of who has really been attending Diddy's parties, things will never be the same.
Someone said that they weren't there to take stuff, they were there to delete everything. The real people that were in there, you know.
Oh,
like
that's funny.
Epstein.
Oh, that's funny.
As the details of Diddy's mysterious Black Book continue to send shockwaves through the public, there's something even more chilling lurking beneath the surface, the shadowy history of his rise to fame. This isn't just about one man's alleged misdeeds. It's part of a much larger narrative of power, influence, and the lengths some will go to protect their secrets. Rumors about Diddy's connections with high-profile figures, his ability to evade consequences, and whispers of conspiracies have been circulating for years. But now, with the FBI reportedly in possession of the Black Book, we're starting to get a clearer picture of just how deep this rabbit hole might go. Diddy's rise to the top wasn't just about talent or luck. For years, he's been at the center of some of the entertainment industry's biggest scandals, and yet, somehow, he always managed to come out on top, untouchable, invincible. But how did he stay so clean while others around him fell? That's the question everyone is asking, and the answer may lie in the powerful connections and possible cover-ups that have shielded him from the consequences of his actions. Until now.
And that has nothing to do with him having this baby or him having this side girl for almost 15 years.
If you've been following Diddy's career, you know he's always been a master of reinvention. Whether it's his music, his business empire, or his public image, Diddy has consistently stayed one step ahead of the game. But behind the scenes, there's been growing suspicion that his success wasn't solely due to hard work and charisma. Some believe Diddy's rise to power was carefully orchestrated, with key players in the industry pulling strings to ensure his success. And when things got messy, those same individuals allegedly helped him cover his tracks. Take, for example, the infamous East Coast-West Coast rivalry that defined much of the 90s rap scene. Diddy was right in the thick of it, alongside his close friend and collaborator, Biggie Smalls. The rivalry tragically culminated in the deaths of both Biggie and Tupac Shakur, two of hip-hop's most iconic figures. While the deaths of these legends rocked the music world, Diddy somehow managed to distance himself from the violence and chaos, even though he was at the center of it all. Many have long wondered how he managed to survive that tumultuous era without being consumed by the fallout. Was it just luck, or was there something more at play behind the scenes?
90s.
Music business? A lot of people.
It's not just the music business. It's like, it's the extortion business.
Well, that's, yeah. I mean, the rap game was crazy. That's a thing a lot of people don't realize is like, back in the day, especially like early rap game, you weren't just going to play at, what's the random theater that you would play in LA? What's like a big theater?
Rumors about Diddy's connections to powerful figures in law enforcement and government have been circulating for years. Some claim that Diddy managed to avoid legal trouble because he had influential friends willing to turn a blind eye when things got too heated. There's even speculation that Diddy may have had ties to an intelligence network, much like the rumors surrounding Jeffrey Epstein. The theory is that, like Epstein, Diddy could have been gathering compromising information on his high-profile guests and using it as leverage to protect himself from any potential threats. While this idea might seem far-fetched at first, when you start connecting the dots, it becomes clear why some believe there's more to Diddy's story than meets the eye. For years, Diddy has been known for hosting wild, exclusive parties attended by some of the biggest names in Hollywood, politics, and business. These parties were legendary, lavish, over-the-top affairs where anything could happen. According to some sources, Diddy wasn't just hosting these gatherings for the fun of it. He was allegedly using them as opportunities to gather dirt on his powerful friends and associates.
Well, if he really was filming everybody, I mean, he had a lot of people at those parties, right?
This is where the Black Book comes into play. If it contains the detailed information that's been rumored, names, dates, activities, it could be the smoking gun that proves Diddy was using his parties to gather compromising material on some of the world's most influential people. If that's true, it opens up a whole host of other questions. Who else knew about this? Were there others involved in the scheme? And just how deep does this conspiracy really go? One of the most intriguing aspects of this entire saga is the timing of the FBI raid on Diddy's properties. While the official story is that the raid was part of an ongoing investigation into Diddy's alleged misconduct, some conspiracy theorists believe there's more to it. They speculate that the raid wasn't just about gathering evidence, it was about destroying it. According to this theory, powerful individuals who've been linked to Diddy over the years might have called in favors to ensure that any incriminating material was either seized or erased before it could see the light of day.
It seems like they're just leaning into it. Like, there's no course correction at all. Just leaning into the kooky.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Oh, yeah.
For comedy.
This wouldn't be the first time law enforcement has been accused of covering up for high-profile individuals. The Epstein case serves as a perfect example of how the system can be manipulated to protect the rich and powerful. Epstein's ties to influential figures in politics, business, and royalty were well known, and many believe those connections allowed him to avoid serious consequences for years. Could Diddy have been operating under a similar kind of protection? Was the FBI raid part of a larger effort to keep certain names out of the headlines? It's crucial to remember that Diddy has built relationships with some of the most powerful people in the world, from major music collaborations to business partnerships. His circle of friends and associates is vast and influential, and for years he's managed to navigate the treacherous waters of fame with relative ease. But as the old saying goes, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. With the FBI now involved, it seems Diddy's luck may finally be running out.
There's people on both sides, right? There's the people on the right that are trying to nail the people that are on the left with this. There's people that are journalists that are trying to nail the people that were involved in this.
This is it, yeah.
And they've managed to keep that list from coming out, which shows you how powerful certain people are. That should show you a lot. That should be terrifying.
The conspiracy theories don't stop there. Some believe Diddy's downfall is part of a much larger game being played behind the scenes. According to this theory, Diddy might not be the main target. Instead, he could be a pawn in a broader power struggle. The real goal, they argue, is to take down the powerful figures who have been protecting him all these years. If the FBI can get their hands on the Black Book and expose the names inside, it could trigger a cascade of scandals that shake the very foundations of Hollywood, Washington, and beyond. With so much at stake, it's no surprise that speculation about Diddy's future is already swirling. Some fear he could face serious threats to his safety. After all, if he knows too much, there are plenty of powerful people who would prefer to silence him. The Epstein case has shown that when someone becomes a liability, they can be dealt with swiftly and permanently. Could Diddy face a similar fate? Will he be silenced before he has a chance to reveal what he knows? Or will he strike a deal that keeps him out of harm's way?
If you're just joining us here, was just arrested and taken into federal custody in New York tonight. Sources tell TMZ Homeland Security swooped into a Midtown hotel late Monday where Diddy was staying, and they arrested him.
Only time will tell how this story unfolds, but one thing is certain. We're just scratching the surface of what could become one of the biggest scandals in recent history. Diddy's Black Book holds the key to unlocking a trove of secrets, and as the FBI continues its investigation, more shocking developments are bound to emerge. The real question is, how far will people go to protect those secrets, and who will be the first to crack under the pressure? As we await more information, it's impossible not to wonder about the ripple effects this scandal could cause. If the Black Book contains the explosive information that's being rumored, it could bring down not just Diddy, but a whole host of powerful figures, celebrities, politicians, business leaders. No one is safe if their name ends up in that book. Once the public gains access to those names, it's game over. Careers will be ruined, reputations destroyed, and the entire landscape of power and influence could shift in ways we've never seen before.
Man, I just had like a 3.5-hour cry.
What's particularly fascinating about this situation is how closely it mirrors other major scandals we've seen in recent years. The Epstein case is the most obvious comparison, but there are also echoes of the Harvey Weinstein scandal and the #MeToo movement. In all these cases, powerful men operated with impunity for years, shielded by their wealth, influence, and connections. But eventually, the truth came to light and the consequences were swift and severe. Could Diddy be the next to fall? And if so, who will be left standing when the dust settles? There's also the larger question of how this scandal might impact the entertainment industry as a whole. Hollywood has long been a place where power and privilege allowed certain individuals to get away with behavior that would be unacceptable elsewhere. But in recent years, there's been a growing push to hold these people accountable. The revelations from Diddy's Black Book could serve as a catalyst for even more change, forcing the industry to confront its dark underbelly in ways it has long avoided.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. It really is like the whole country's hypnotized. And I just think this is a perfect storm of things that are happening all at the same time.
At the same time, there's a palpable sense of fear and uncertainty hanging over Hollywood. With so many high-profile figures potentially caught up in this scandal, it's hard to predict what the fallout will look like. Some are already distancing themselves from Diddy, hoping to avoid being dragged into the chaos, while others are standing by their longtime friend, dismissing the rumors as just that, rumors. It's a delicate balancing act, and one wrong move could be disastrous for anyone involved. What's truly remarkable about this situation is how quickly it has escalated. Just a few weeks ago, Diddy was still one of the most respected figures in entertainment. Now he's at the center of a scandal that could destroy everything he's worked for. While Diddy has faced controversy before, this feels different. It feels like the beginning of the end. With the FBI now involved, the media closing in, and the public hungry for answers, the stakes have never been higher. Whether Diddy can weather this storm is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The truth will come out, and when it does, nothing will ever be the same. So what do you think? Could Diddy's Black Book truly take down some of the world's most powerful figures? And could this scandal end up exposing secrets even darker than those in the Epstein case? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.